Hey guys, it's Rob here. I'm about to cover some frequently asked questions for stage 2. First up, we got Mickey and Jen with the first question.
All right, Mickey. So, a frequently asked question that we get all the time is, "Oh my gosh, I don't have any more fats. What do I do when I'm cooking my food?" So, answer that for me, please.
So no fats. That means no olive oil, no organic butter when you're using your pan. So what I want you to do is get the pan spray. You can get the olive oil kind. You can even get, I have a misto that has olive oil in it. You just pump a little spray into it. So it's not really a full serving of fat, just a nice coating so that your food doesn't stick to the pan. You have anything that you want to add to that?
There's also coconut oil as well in that same aisle. So again, if you're just going really light with it, you can do it on your baking sheet pans or any of the non-stick pans that you have as well. It's getting super nice outside, so I've been doing a lot of grilling. So I'll take a lot of different vegetables, and to make sure that again it doesn't get stuck to the pans, I'll do a little bit of that extra virgin olive oil or coconut oil
Small
spray.
amounts.
Very, very small. Go very light. It goes a long way.
So, Jen, I'm out all the time. I know meal prep is the key to success, but a lot of times if I don't have anything, what should I do if I have nothing to eat?
All right, so that's a great question because I find myself in the same situation a lot. So there's a lot of different scenarios. First off, Chinese food. You can get steamed chicken or steamed shrimp with broccoli. A lot of times they're going to ask you if you want that sauce with it. Stay away from it. It's really not good for you. If you need a soy sauce packet here and there, that's okay. But the sauce that they give you is not a-okay. And you can also, if it is a carb day, you can ask for brown rice. They will have that readily for you there. Another great place that actually is my fave and my go-to, I wish there was one right next to my house, is a Chipotle. Love as I call it, Chipotle, actually. You have a lot of different options there. You don't have to get a carb, but you can. They have the brown rice there. They have the beans that you can put in there. So sometimes I could do a brown rice bowl, or sometimes I'll do a salad and add some of those beans into it. Again, there's a lot of veggies, which are really great. And then again, you have your proteins that are there. So sometimes I'll double up on the different proteins that they have. I usually stick with the steak and the chicken. Those are probably your safest bets there. So those are great as well.
What about eggs?
Oh, eggs. Oh, Mickey loves eggs. I hate eggs. Oh, don't tell her I said that. Yeah, so anyway, if you are at a restaurant or diner, right, omelets are probably going to be your best option that's on the menu. Ask them to cook it dry. No, don't let them use any oil or any butter. And especially now that we're in stage 2, I want you to ask them to put veggies in it. Hello, people, veggies, lots of them into your omelet. And then lastly, what if I'm at like one of those places like TGI Fridays or a steakhouse? You guys, you could do steak. Again, ask them to cook it dry. They might even have a sweet potato on the menu. But again, don't ask for the butter that comes with it. Maybe pour a little bit of cinnamon if they have on there, maybe salt or pepper. But keep it as simple as you can. They will do it for you because people out there have food allergies. So if you ask them, they'll do it. And lastly, a great option is if you're at seafood place, same thing, ask them to cook it dry. Shrimp cocktail is really awesome. Try to stay away from the cocktail sauce because again, it still has ketchup in it, which is high in sugar. So I think I've pretty much run the realm of restaurants, but if I've missed one, go to the Facebook group.
That was
all
awesome.
right?
And definitely don't be scared to ask. I've literally gone to Chipotle before with a 9.5-ounce container and said, I'll pay for double meat, but can you just fill this because I need to get my full serving of protein in? They look at you like you're crazy for about 5 seconds, and then they do it. In the customer service industry, they'll always do what you ask for. So like Jen said, ask for it dry. Bring a container. Be crazy. It's okay. It's going to be worth it in the long run.
All right, Rob. So why the change from 1 to 2? Why are certain days am I having more carbs than others? Why are we taking away fat? What's the reasoning behind all that?
Well, honestly, we just like to be really mean and watch you torture. I'm just kidding, guys. No. So there's actually a reason behind carb cycling. The reason that we're doing this is we're going to give you more carbs on the days that you're strength training because your body's going to need that energy to be able to lift those weights. But we want to start eliminating carbs a little bit. So on those days that we're giving you a high amount of carbs, we're going to take away some of your fats to balance it out. However, on those days when you have less carbs, we want you to still be able to have those fats so that you still stay full and you still feel like you're being nourished. All right, Mick. Now I got a question for you.
Let's hear it.
So I just talked about why we do this carb cycling, but what do you do to keep full on those days that you're starting to eliminate some of those things? Those days you have no fats, those days that you're dropping down to one carb. What do we do?
Awesome question. So my first suggestion is going to be split things up. Split up proteins, make them halves and thirds. You can have 3 egg whites in your almond in the morning, load it up with veggies. Maybe you're having 1 scoop of protein powder in your shake as your snack, and then later in the day you're having a third of a container of chicken on your salad. Split them up. That will help to keep you full. Also, don't forget about your veggies. You got to be getting them in. Try to have them every single meal. Morning, snacking, your lunch, your dinner. You're making yourself a protein shake. Throw a handful of spinach in it. You're going for, you only have 1 carb today. What do I do with that 1 carb? Split that up as well. Maybe you're having 2 brown rice cakes in the morning as your breakfast, and then in the afternoon for your dinner, you're having just a half a container of brown rice. That still equals 1 carb, but you're able to split it up and make yourself full for the entire day. And don't forget about water. I cannot stress it enough. Your body confuses thirst and hunger. You're trying to have at least 8 8-ounce glasses a day. Please drink up. All right, so Jen, I've been seeing all these posts in the Facebook group. I need some chips. I need a pretzel. Those things aren't compliant. Like, they're just made of just bad stuff. So what can we do when we're craving that chip type of thing?
So what I usually do is I take the brown rice tortillas and I cut them into triangles, or what look like triangles, to mimic chips. I will put it up into the oven about 325, 350. They don't take that long. They'll crisp up. So you can add a little salt, pepper, garlic powder to them, make them into like a regular type of chip. Or if you're looking for something sweet, because we all know we have those sweet tooth people out there, you can take stevia and cinnamon, mix it up, drizzle it on a little bit, either like as it's cooking or right when it comes out. Make sure you coat it. That's a great option. You just got to start being careful about the types of snacks that you're making. I know that for my members in Staten Island, I posted a recipe for hummus. Now, hummus is great. It is a carb, but actually if you look at the recipe, there's also sometimes olive oil in it. So you got to start catching those things as well if you're going to be making any of those type of snack type items. But again, like Mickey was saying before, veggies are going to be really, really key. Maybe do celery with almond butter or the organic peanut butter. That'll help with your sweet tooth. But that's pretty much it. So just keep going at it. Again, ask questions. You can also do guacamole is an easy one.
Fresh salsa, great on a
Just
no-fat
obviously
day.
no carbs with the guacamole, because guacamole is a fat. But listen, if you don't, people say that my questions may seem dumb. The only question that is dumb is the question that you do not ask. So ask away.
So insightful. All right, so lots of times the first 3 weeks you're getting in all these veggies, you're having all these salads, you're making your oil and vinegar. Now, bam, no fat days. What do I have on my
Oh,
salad?
good, no fat. So you have to just get creative and try to kind of think outside the box. One of my favorite things, my members in East Brunswick have heard me say this 1,000 times: balsamic vinegar and Dijon mustard. Whisk them together. It tastes awesome, and it's not going to count as anything. Put that on your salad. It's also really great marinade on meat. Check out the different vinegars down the vinegar aisle. There's apple cider vinegar, white wine vinegar. All those things are compliant. You can get creative with those as well, and they're also freebies. So don't be afraid to kind of change up what you're used to. Look for items like that.
All right, Mick, I got another one for you.
Let's hear it.
So, love, love, love protein shakes. But my favorite protein shake, I put a big scoop of that peanut butter in it. Now I have no fat
What's
days.
big?
What am I going to do? Obviously 2 tablespoons, Mickey. Duh. Mickey.
All right, so some of the things that I like to do on a no-fat day in my protein shake. So again, I'm going back to that splitting up theory. Maybe you're taking half a frozen banana. That's going to give it a really thick consistency, and half a cup of frozen strawberries. That's going to equal 1 fruit when you throw it in the blender like that, but it's going to give you that strawberry banana taste. Or how about getting there with the spices. You're putting a frozen banana in, so that will equal 1 fruit, but you're throwing in some cinnamon and some nutmeg. Also going to give it sweet, but there's no peanut butter there. So you can get kind of creative with the different combinations. Go fancy, like frozen kiwi, frozen mango, frozen pineapple. You can make even a tropical one. Don't need that peanut butter. Get like a tropical frozen mix, throw that in there. Woohoo, we're on an island somewhere with a protein shake.
All right, so while we're talking about drinks, thanks, you definitely covered my protein shake thing. Water. I'm getting so sick of drinking water. Is there any other way to make my beverages a little bit more fun?
Totally can. I like to infuse different things in my water. So overnight, fill up your big jug, and you can throw different fruit pieces in there. I like to do cucumber and
She's so
mint.
fancy.
You could do like lemon slices. There's really so many possibilities. Raspberries. Infuse the water overnight. Next day, it's not going to just taste like water. It'll have that fruit taste. So many different combinations out there that you can do for them.
Awesome, thanks.
You're welcome.
All right. So I get a lot of people asking me, and I actually go through it myself. I'm starving at the end of the night, and I know I shouldn't be eating 3 hours before I go to bed, but I need something. Tell me, Rob. Help me.
Absolutely. Happens to everybody, right? You're good all day, you're on track, and then late night comes, your stomach starts to grumble. So, first thing, Mickey said it earlier. Lots of times your brain is going to confuse hunger with being thirsty. So the first thing you want to try is either upping your water intake, or another thing that's great is having a cup of tea late at night. It kind of hits the spot. I like to put a little bit of lemon in it. It's kind of a little fancy, and it makes me feel full. Another thing that's awesome is always, always, always resort to those veggies. Maybe some cucumbers, maybe some celery, cut them up. Another great recipe in the cookbook is kale chips. They have a nice recipe. Kale chips, you just toss them in oil, you put some spices on it. It's right there in that Max cookbook for you. It's another wonderful thing. You just munch on it. I know I like that crunch late at night. Finally, if you find that there is a certain time that you're getting hungry, for example, you said at night, make yourself a food log. For 3 days, I ask that you write down exactly what you're eating throughout the day. Then you're going to, A, be able to see exactly when you weren't being compliant, when you're like, no, I'm good all day. When you write it down, it definitely makes you see it. And B, if there are times that we find that you're getting super hungry or you don't know what to do, your instructor is going to be able to look at it, and they're definitely going to be able to help you out with some tips. So definitely make a food log too if you find you're having cravings at certain times.
Those are great. Hey you guys, so I'm hoping that this video has helped to give you some insight and some tips and tricks on how to get through stage 2. So I hope everyone enjoyed it, and good luck.
Don't forget to ask questions. We're still really early on in the challenge, and this is the time to ask questions. Don't be afraid to, you're thinking if something's compliant, you're not sure what to do, reach out to us, post in the group. Get yourself to make sure you feel comfortable with what you're doing.
Absolutely. Stay compliant and max on, my friend.
Have a great time shopping and cooking.
I was going to say something. Maybe we should start